half a brick, half a brick, Zaytoven, Zaytiggy. Ay, 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 okay, ay, ay, so icy entertainment. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, ay. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound, okay. 100 pill, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice man and Gucci man make the trap, ay. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, ay. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound, okay. 100 pill, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice man and Gucci man make the trap, ay. I'm booming, I'm banking, I'm rap game easy, but the dope game gravy. Young Jew man, and my life is like the J. Yeah, with stupid, fruity, crazy sweat, jumping in your lady. Banana don't share it, interior like the lake. LeBron James wrist when I'm fucking with that cake. Hit the trap, stay down, watch the paper rake up. Booming out of houses, Jay's asking for a wake up. Half a brick, whole brick, got me buying Jacob. Murray shoe, walking in the header in no gator. Half a brick, whole brick, got me buying Jacob. Murray shoe, walking in the header in no gator. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, ayy. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound, okay. 100 pill, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice man and Gucci man make the trap, ayy. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, ayy. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound, okay. 100 pill, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice
So I
man and
suppose,
Gucci
nigga.
man make the
Gucci man,
trap,
Gucci man.
ayy.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Atmos Love. We in the building. Man, are y'all ready to have a conversation? Are y'all ready to have a conversation? Are y'all ready? Man, let me see who up in here rocking with me today. Let me see who up in here. I'm going to go through this, and then we got to talk about something, y'all. We got Noonie. What up, Noonie? How you doing? Welcome in. Rosalind Baxter, how you doing? K-Love92, what's good? Tiffany McIntosh, hello. Linez Butte, hello. Take R. Kelly and give us Tupac back, what's good? Miss Frugal is in the building. T-Bound 1, what's up, what's up, what's up? West Coast Bells is in the building. Let me see who else. Make sure I don't miss nobody. Robert Keller, what's up, Keller Kales? What's going on, my brother? The Unspoken Truth by the Unknown. I love that doggone name. How you doing? Love is fair. What up, bro? Just a T, please, in the building. Black Diamond in the building. Tune the Blue Lagoon. What's up, my brother? How you doing? Shawty. What up, Shawty? How you doing? Mertice Balaam, how are you? Lady D, the truth is in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? Bev Davis, hello. Miss Adrian, hello. Sharon Spiller, hey, how are you? Tamara, hello, how are you? No, we ain't talking about the Ukraine today. That might be for the morning show. We got a morning show we do. That'll be tomorrow. Oh, Atmosville, I like that. What's up? What's up? All right. Black Girl Beauty, what's good? Okay, y'all. So check this out, right? Before we get into what we here to do, okay? Today's show is Surviving Bonjean, okay? Surviving Bonjean, okay? But before we get into that, I have to put a little bit of light on something, okay? I received something in my text that it was hard for me to believe, y'all. It was really hard for me to believe, and so I said, you know what? Let me come to my people with it. Let me come to my people and see what y'all's take is on what I got to say. I received a message, a video, actually, from someone who did a whole hour-and-a-half video talking about how Atmos Love and OCOV don't read the transcripts. I was like, well, how? How can you be on YouTube? How can you know anything about this case and not know they call me transcript man. They call me transcript man for a reason. Me and a bunch of very smart, educated people came together to get through all, 5,800 pages of the transcripts. So let me ask y'all a question, because sometimes y'all know, if I read the transcripts, put a 1 in the chat. If Atmos Love reads the transcripts, put a 1 in the chat. Now, if Atmos Love ain't never read no transcripts, I want you to put a 2 in the chat. If Atmos Love reads the transcripts, put a 1 in the chat. If I don't read no transcripts, y'all, put a 2 in the chat. Okay? Do that for me. Can you do that for me? Now, I'm the type person that I'm not going to say I'm like a daredevil, but like sometimes I like to kind of not prove people wrong, but kind of be like, are you sure? Like, I got some receipts to kind of show you that I do. And that receipt is the fact that there's this one particular part of the transcripts that I hold dear to heart that I want to share with you. When I heard it, that I didn't read transcripts, I was like, what you talking about, Wilson? What you talking about? What you talking about? Huh? Let me go over my favorite part of the transcripts for y'all. Here's my favorite part, okay? Here we go. It says here, will the foreperson please rise? It says, as to count 1, racketeering, how do you find the defendant, guilty or not guilty? The jury foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The court said, as to racketeering act number 1, bribery, proved or not proved? Jury foreperson, guilty or proved, Your Honor. The judge says, as to racketeering act 2, sexual exploitation of a child, Stephanie, do you find proved or not proved? The jury foreperson, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, as to racketeering act 3, kidnapping Sonya, proved or not proved? The jury foreperson said, not proved, Your Honor. The judge says, racketeering act 4, Mann Act violations against Sonya. What is your verdict with respect to racketeering act 4, transportation, proved or not proved? The jury foreperson said, not proved, Your Honor. The judge says, what is your verdict with respect to racketeering act 4B, coercion or enticement, proved or not proved? The jury foreperson said, not proved, Your Honor. The judge says, racketeering act 5, the Mann Act violation against Geronda. What is your verdict, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, with respect to racketeering act 6, forced labor of Geronda, proved or not proved? The jury foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. Judge said, with respect to racketeering act 7, sexual exploitation of a child. Sexual exploitation of a child. Geronda, what is your verdict, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. From the court, racketeering act 8, Mann Act violation of Jane. What is your verdict with respect to racketeering? Act 8A, transportation, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. Justice, what is your verdict with respect to racketeering 8B, coercion or enticement, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The court said, racketeering act 9, Mann Act, Jane. What is your verdict with respect to racketeering act 9A, transportation, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, what is your verdict with respect to Racketeering Act 9B, coercion or enticement, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, what is your verdict with respect to Racketeering 9C, coercion or enticement of a minor, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, what is your verdict with respect to Racketeering Act 9D, transportation of a minor, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, Racketeering Act 10, sexual exploitation of a child. Jane, what is your verdict? Proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The court said, Racketeering Act 11, forced labor of Jane. What is your verdict? Proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. Then the the court said Racketeering Act 12, Mann Act violations of faith. What is your verdict with respect to Racketeering Act 12A, transportation, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, what is your verdict with respect to Racketeering 12B, coercion or enticement, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, please indicate which of the statutes of sexual activity violated reckless endangerment in violation of New York Penal Law 120.20, knowing exposure of infectious venereal disease, violation of New York Public Health Law, or both. The jury foreperson said, both, Your Honor. The court said, Racketeering Act 13, forced labor of faith. What is your verdict, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The court said, Racketeering Act 14, Mann Act of faith. What is your verdict with respect to Racketeering Act 14A, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge says, what is your verdict with respect to Racketeering Act B, proved or not proved? The foreperson said, proved, Your Honor. The judge said, please indicate which of the statutes of sexual activity violated reckless endangerment in violation of New York Penal Law Section 120.20, knowing exposure of an infectious venereal disease, violation of New York Public Health Law Section 2307, or both. The jury foreperson said, both, Your Honor. The judge says, as to count 2, Mann Act transportation of Jane, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. As to count 3, Mann Act, coercion and enticement of Jane, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The judge says, as to count 4, Mann Act, coercion of a minor, Jane, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The court says, as to count 5, Mann Act, transportation of a minor, Jane, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The court said, as to count 6, Mann Act, transportation of faith, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The judge says, please indicate which of the statutes of sexual activity violated reckless endangerment in violation of New York Penal Law Section 120.20, knowing exposure of an infectious venereal disease, in violation of the New York Health Law 2307, or both. The jury foreperson said, both, Your Honor. The court said, as to count 7, I'm sorry, we just want to make sure that everyone can hear you, so we're going to give you a microphone, okay? The foreperson said, yes, Your Honor. The judge said, all right, as to count 7, Mann Act, coercion and enticement of faith, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The court said, please indicate which of the statutes of sexual activity violated reckless endangerment in violation of New York Penal Law Section 120.20, knowing exposure of infectious, conveniently disease in violation of New York Penal Law Section 2307 of both. The jury foreperson said both, Your Honor. The judge says, as to count 8, Mann Act, transportation of faith, how do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The court said, please indicate which of the statutes the sexual activity violated reckless endangerment in violation of New York Penal Law Section 120.20 and knowing exposure of an infectious venereal disease in violation of New York Public Health Law 2307 or both. The foreperson said, both, Your Honor. And the court said, as to count 9, Mann Act, coercion and enticement of faith, how do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty? The foreperson said, guilty, Your Honor. The judge says, please indicate which of the statutes of sexual activity violated reckless endangerment, knowing exposure of infectious and venereal disease, or both. The foreperson said, both, Your Honor. The judge says, you may be seated. That is my favorite, and I mean my favorite, part of the transcripts. Now, since you say I don't read the transcripts, hopefully now you can see that I do. Hold really, really quick. Now, sorry about that. One thing I don't like to do is send a person off without a parting gift. You know, it's not right to invite somebody in your house and you don't give them a gift to leave with, something they can take with them. So, to this person that did this live about how OCOV and Atmos Love don't read the transcripts, I want to send you away with a very special gift. I want to put you in a very special place. This is for you. Alexa.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the king. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do. Come on. Truth is, I'm weak, no strength to fight, no tears to cry. Even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die. One touch will change my life. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Lay me at the throne. Leave me there alone to gaze upon your glory and sing to you this song. Please take me to the
Alexa,
king.
stop. All right. So like I said, I don't want to send nobody away empty-handed. So for that person that did that live, hopefully now you can see that maybe all that energy you put into that live with all those false things and the false narratives and the misinterpretation of my last two videos that you say that you saw, and you said that you have been in the bushes watching me read the transcripts, but then you said in the beginning of your video that he do read the transcripts, and then you said he don't read the transcripts. I'm confused, but it's okay. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. So let's talk about why we really here, okay? Let's talk about why we really here. So I was doing some research with some of my team, you know, the folks that don't read us, right? The ones who just make up stuff, right? And, you know, we came across some things that are important to talk about, okay? First, what I want to do is I want to dig into this this motion, right? I want to dig into this motion that was filed by Miss Bonjean. You know, Miss Bonjean. I want to dig into this really quick, okay? Let me show y'all what I'm looking at here. Let me pull this up really quick, and we're gonna go right. There we go. There we go. Okay. So hopefully y'all can see this pretty good. Let me make sure it's big enough for y'all so y'all can actually see. Yeah, y'all can see that. Okay. So this here is Racketeering Act 8. Mann Act violations of Jane. Miss Jennifer Bonjean. Miss Bonjean. Stated that the government failed to prove that the defendant committed Mann Act violations in connection with his sexual activity with Jane on or about April 28th of 2015 and May 1st of 2015. Now, in the state of California, now Jane was 17 years old in May of 2015. I think we all know that, right? Her birthday not until December 29th, I believe it is, December 29th, and, you know, May is way before, right? So she was 17, right? Okay. She concedes that she misrepresented her age, okay? And to the defendant, when she met him and kept her true age a secret until fall of 2015. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the fall ends like right around August or September-ish, right? If I'm not mistaken. I know that December and November, those is winter months, right? So anything before November or December, that would mean she was a minor, right? And that would also mean that she had already told him her age. Right? Y'all following me? Right. Yeah. Okay. We on the same page. Okay, great. So, yeah. So, cause y'all know that she told him his real age and he smacked her and he sent her back home and she ended up back with him. Y'all know what that story is, right? Y'all know what that story is. The point is that she ended up back with him after he sent her home. And instead of him saying, "What the hell are you doing back here? You lied to me. You and your parents probably know my past. You know my past allegations. You tried to set me up. If you don't get your ass out of here, security, get this little damn girl out of here. Send her ass home. I'm done. Bye. Get the hell away from me." Nah, he didn't do that. He decided to do, you know, just, okay, well, I need some more, I need some consent for you to be here. This is what I need. And to make a long story short, he continues to have sex with her while she is 17, knowing that she is 17, okay? We all understand that. Now, after meeting, let me get this right. After meeting the defendant in Orlando, Florida, in April 2015, Jane traveled to meet him in California at the end of April 2015. Now, we all know that have read the transcripts that she had her first intercourse section with him in Stockton, California by the fireplace. We all, understand that, right? It says here that the government charged the defendant with 2 Mann Act violations in connection with this trip, alleging first that the defendant violated 18 U.S.C. 2421A. Now, what I want to do is I want to pull up what U.S. Code 2421A is. Okay, so let's all read this together. Let me just do my little thing over here and try to bring this up so y'all can see. All right, can y'all see that? There we go. Okay, so 18 U.S. Code 2421, transportation. Okay, it says here, can I scoot that over? It says here that whoever knowingly transports any individual in interstate or foreign commerce or any territory or possession of the United States with intent that such individual engage in prostitution or any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with a criminal offense or attempts to do so shall be fined under the title of or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. Okay? All right. Well, we on the same page, right? So this is the statute right here. So y'all can see it. I'm not making nothing up. It's right here in front of y'all's face. Okay? Now, let's move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here to, let's see, we're going to go to page, just so y'all know where I'm at. We're going to go to page 4765. We're going to go to 4765. And let me pull it up here. Where are we? Okay, let me get out of this. That's done. And 4765, where you at? Line 5. Okay, hold on. Here we go, y'all. 4765, where you at? That's 4382. Okay, let me do this right quick, y'all. Let me do this right quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go right here. Here we go. Y'all bear with me. 4765. There we go. 4765. Y'all, I got like so many different screens popping up right here, so y'all just bear with me. Right here. Okay, so that's 4662. Come on down some more. There we go. Where you at? 4765. Okay. So, let's read this together, y'all. 4765. Okay, here we go. So this right here is, all right, hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. That's the wrong one. Here we go. 4675. I'm sorry. 4675. 4675. Oh, somebody gave me a thumbs down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, y'all. I didn't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. We just we got to survive Bonjean. So that's all we doing. We just surviving Bonjean, y'all. That's all we doing. That's all we doing. Here we go. Okay, so y'all, this right here is what the judge's instructions were to the jury as far as the intent. Okay, so it says here, as y'all can see. Let me bring this up for y'all. Let me see. Let me blow this up so y'all can see here. Let's open this up. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to start right here at line 5. It says, a communicable disease is any disease that was transferable through the exposure incident. With respect to the third element, I have already defined this for you. I think that's willfully. That means with knowledge of the consequences or purposefully. It does not require that the defendant intended to expose another person to a contagious or infectious communicable disease. Racketeering Act 8 is coercion. The indictment reads as follows. On or about and between April 28, 2015 and May 2015, with the Central District of California, the Northern District of California, and elsewhere, the defendant, together with others, knowingly and intentionally persuaded, induced, enticed, and coerced Jane to travel in interstate commerce to engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense. And again, that's that section 120-290 of the California Health and Safety Code, which is willful exposure of a communicable disease. That's that Kelly engaged in unprotected sexual intercourse with Jane without first informing her that he had contracted herpes and getting her consent to sexual intercourse within these circumstances in violation of 18 United States Code 2422A and 2. Okay? Now, I need y'all to understand that it was not the government's job to have to prove that he intended to give her herpes. It was not their job of what his intent was. And let me show y'all here exactly what that California law says. Okay? So it says here, this here is the California willful exposure law. Let me make sure y'all can see this here. I think I got it big enough for y'all. There you go. All right, so as you can see here, it says the Health and Safety Code 120290 is the California statute that makes it a crime for a person intentionally to transmit an infectious disease. A conviction is a misdemeanor, punishable to 6 months in jail, fines up to $1,000. It states here that there are different examples. Let's look at the examples here. Knowingly transmitting herpes to a sexual partner, transmitting HIV via sharing a needle or drug infection or injection, or intentionally transferring COVID-19 to others after testing positive. Now, there are some defenses that you can use in an appeal situation. Okay, and some of those defenses are that the defendant had no knowledge. He had no knowledge of him having an infectious disease. He didn't know, right? He simply didn't know. Now, I think anybody in their right mind knows that he knew what was going on. He knew he had herpes. He knew that he had been taking Valtrex. He knew it. Okay? However, the second is no intent to transmit and or no transmission, meaning not passing it on. Now, we know, and if you don't know, you're going to know today. Okay? We know that Azriel did not, and let me say this one more time. We know that she did not have herpes before April of 2015. If you read the transcripts, I forgot, I don't read no transcripts. My bad. But if you did read the transcripts, then you know that she did not have herpes, and that was based on her medical records. I don't know what other way to prove it other than her medical records, but that's okay. So it says here but in August of 2015, she did have herpes. So let's look at this right here, because what Miss Bonjean is trying to say is that the government did not prove intent, right? So what I want to do is let's stay on that intent part really quick, okay? Let's jump back over here. Okay? And let's go on down here to page 29. Okay, here, right here. So, racketeering AA transportation. Primarily, the government's case use of the Mann Act under the present set of facts is unprecedented and unjustified. Says here, 18 USC 2421 provides that whoever knowingly transports any individual in interstate or foreign commerce or in any territory or possession of the United States with intent. There's that word again, intent. That such individual engage in prostitution or any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with a criminal offense or attempts to do so shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. The government contended that the defendant arranged for Jane to travel to California with the intent of willfully exposing her to a contagious, infectious, or communicable disease in violation of California Health Safety Code 120-290. Says the government failed to prove a Mann Act violation under 2421 where it offered insufficient evidence that the defendant, number one, transported Jane with intent of exposing her to herpes. Okay, let's stop right there. So Ms. Bonjean is saying that the government failed to prove a Mann Act violation under 2421 where it offered insufficient evidence that the defendant transported Jane with intent of exposing her to herpes. Okay, so the judge has already said that it is not the job of the government to prove intent. The fact that he exposed her to herpes is enough to find him accountable on that charge. Now, they're complaining and saying that, well, it was committed in violation of California Health and Safety Code by proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So when we get down here to where it says intent, it says because there is no link connecting the defendant's transportation of Jane with an intent to expose her to herpes, the defendant cannot be guilty of a Mann Act violation. Now, let me go back and jump back over here. Now I want to show y'all, remember that word intent. Okay, remember the word intent. Somebody type in my chat, intent. Intent, intent, intent. Okay? So when we go over here and we look at this, let's look at the three legal defenses once again. And let me blow this up so y'all can actually see this, because I don't want nobody saying they couldn't see and all this kind of stuff. Here we go. There we go. So it says here, the three legal defenses are 2.1, no knowledge of an infectious disease. That's when they saying, you know what? He didn't know that he had herpes. He didn't know. He didn't know. Okay? That's what they trying to say. He didn't know. We all knew he did. 2.2, no intent to transmit. I want to click on this no intent to transmit. And I want y'all to see something real quick here. Okay? When we click on no intent to transmit, I want you to see here. 2.2. Let me go back in here. Let me pull it up a little bit so y'all can see it. So 2.2 says, no intent to transmit. It is only a crime if one intentionally transmits a disease. The law states that a defendant does not act with this intent if he takes or attempts to take practical means. Those practical means would be to prevent transmission, like wearing a condom during sex. Therefore, an accused can fight the HS 12290 charge by showing that he did not act with a specific intent to transmit. Let me ask y'all a question. Did R. Kelly wear condoms when he had sex with these young ladies? Did he wear condoms? Or did, when the doctor told him, you need to wrap it up, put a condom on, he jokingly said, what that mean? Put an umbrella on it? Really? So then someone said, well, he took Valtrex. Okay, so he took Valtrex. Okay. I think I get where y'all coming from. So he took Valtrex because, they say, well, Valtrex is supposed to be guaranteed to stop you or prevent you from passing the herpes virus along. But if we read the transcripts, you would see that the Valtrex is not 100%. Oh, Atmos, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, all right, damn it. Let's go ahead and go back to the transcripts. Hold on. Let me get it. 4385. Make sure I'm in the right place. Let's see here. Let me see, 4385. I think I'm gonna go to another point, y'all. That's 4629. Let's go to 4385. Here we go. No, 4385. Hold on, y'all. Let me get up here. Where am I? That's 30. 40. 39. Almost there. 4314. Okay. 4385. Here we go. Let's read this. Y'all, I've been in this for the last couple of hours, so I got so many screens up, so things might be popping up different places. Let's see here. 4385. So let me make sure I'm reading the right thing. Okay. So this here is, let's see, 4385. No, 4387. I'm sorry. 4387, line 5. So this here is a summation. So let's read this here. So this here just shows y'all that Jane did not have herpes before she started messing with R. Kelly. Okay? Let me bring this up a little bit so y'all can see it. Let me open this up. Let me see. Let me bring this out a little bit. There we go. Here we go, right here. Okay, so as you can see here, this is page 4387, line 5. It says here, you know this. Matter of fact, I'll go up a little. Okay, you know this because Jane's medical records are in evidence as Government Exhibit 909 and also as Defense Exhibit KK. They show that in August of 2015, Jane sought medical treatment for severe pain and that she was then diagnosed by a doctor with genital herpes. But what else is shown in the Government Exhibit 909 is that she says that she has had only one sexual partner since April 2015. You know who that partner is. It's the defendant. And you know, It was since April 2015 because she told you they started to engage in sexual activity in April of 2015 at the Dolphin Hotel. At the hotel in Los Angeles. And then they first had sexual intercourse at the hotel with the fireplace in Stockton, California. Now, Jane's testimony about the defendant's exposure of her to his incurable STD is also supported by the Walgreens records that are in evidence. Those Walgreens records show that Jane picked up a prescription for herpes treatment, and at Walgreens, and the records show that she used Juice, one of the defendant's other live-in girlfriends. She used Juice's rewards card at Walgreens to make the purchase. Remember, Jane told you that when she first had that outbreak of genital herpes, she was in severe pain. She went to a doctor who then prescribed this medication to her, and she told you that Juice, just like the records show, took her to the Walgreens to pick up that medication. That's in transcript at 8:52. You know that the defendant acted willfully. Another element of the government must show. Now, the law does not require the government to show that the defendant intentionally spread herpes. It only requires the government to show that the defendant acted with knowledge of the consequences. Dr. McGrath testified that he told the defendant to warn his sexual partners of his incurable STD. And based on that advice, the defense was on notice of the consequences of not doing so. But you also know that the defendant knew of the consequences because multiple of his prior sexual partners contracted herpes and confronted the defendant about it. Years before the defendant met Jane and exposed her to that STD. So Jane wasn't the first one that he gave herpes to. There was other women that he gave it to years before he met Jane. Other women had come to him and said, "Hey, you gave me herpes," way before he met Jane. So can you honestly say, well, he didn't know? Says you heard Kate. She told you that she contracted herpes from the defendant in the early 2000s. Y'all, we talking about April of 2015. May of 2015. June, July, August. That's where we at. This was back in the early 2000s, and as a result, he ended up paying her $250,000. Huh? Really? Oh. Okay. Oh, Atmos, you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. Atmos, you don't know what you're talking about. Valtrex is supposed to take care of it for you. Valtrex actually takes care of it. Oh. Okay, well let's move on up a little bit, because y'all know we don't read the transcripts. We don't read no transcripts. Y'all know I gotta Let me slow it down to make sure y'all we on the same page, okay? Let me slow it down here. So what I'm going to, y'all, I'm going to page 3060, okay? Just so y'all can follow with me. For all of those people that's in the bushes that want to verify what Atmos is saying, to make sure I'm not making up stuff, go to page 3060, okay? Follow me. Come on, Follow me. Here we go. Let's go. 3060. Here we go. We're here. Okay. 3060. Now go ahead and go to line 5. Okay. Now this here is Miss Hoskins, which is the herpes specialist. Okay. Again, herpes is chronic. It remains. There is a possibility of shedding even in the absence of any symptoms, etc. So it's always there. Having said that, using something like Valtrex is going to try to decrease that. It says Valtrex decreases the symptoms. Decreases. Okay? It doesn't say it eliminates it. It says it decreases it. It says that's the intention of giving the Valtrex or taking the Valtrex. But there will never be a situation where there's a 100% protection, knowing or not knowing there is an actual lesion or an ulcer or an outbreak. So in general, we tell the patients that you will never be 100% protected, even if you took the Valtrex all the time, in whatever window of time, because there is a subset, and it varies in the range of 10 to 20%. Usually, there is a subset of situations and people where there will still be a possibility of you transmitting it or shedding it because the Valtrex usefulness is not anywhere close to 100%. So y'all, here's what we're saying. There's a couple of arguments that Miss Bonjean is making that, can be debunked just by looking at transcripts, going back, medical records. You got expert doctors that say, hey, although he took the Valtrex, it's not 100%. He didn't do everything in his power to make sure that he did not pass on this disease. He made sure he didn't pass it on. And somebody said put the link in the hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on, so let me copy this. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anyone wants to come on. Hold one moment. Here we go. Let me paste. All right, there's the link there. Let me pin it to the top. But y'all, it's amazing how this lawyer is trying to play word games. It is pinned to the top. So if you come in, it will let me know that you want to come in. Playing word games with this judge. I thought it was really important to really break down exactly what her argument was and exactly what we have to look forward to when it comes to the government's response to these motions. Okay? So a lot of stuff that they are talking about has already been responded to by the government. One moment, Noonie. Hold on, one moment. Let me go solo really quick. What's up, Noonie?
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
I didn't know if you wanted to be on camera or not. I took you off. Did you want to be on camera or no?
I don't care.
All right. There you go. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Noonie, what you
Yeah,
think about this? Talk to me.
so it's crazy because it how they're trying so hard to find a loophole. And it's like it doesn't matter if you use Valtrex. It didn't matter if you weren't having the outbreak. The fact is he's still trying to bypass telling the people,
Mm,
or even or even like giving them a chance to protect themselves. So
there you
I
go.
can't believe it. It's crazy.
It'll be different. You're absolutely right. It'll be so different if, all the girls were like, you know what, he did tell me, but he told me he was taking medicine, and
Hmm.
it'd be a different, not different because he shouldn't be passing it, but if his understanding was, I'm taking medicine that's going to prevent you from getting it, but I'm still going to use a condom anyway. Then guess what? That is showing that you are, that you're trying to protect the person that you with. But the fact
Give
that
them
this
some
dude,
kind of chance.
exactly, give him some kind of, you already know what you're going through with your, breakouts and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's just like you said, she's shooting her shot. She's throwing everything out here. Now there were some things that she did expose. I heard there was some people that were the person that did this live about us not reading transcripts and all this kind of stuff said, well, if Atmos would have read the transcripts, he would have saw that those messages from the Clarys were in the transcripts. Some of them were, but the ones that we
Yeah, they didn't let him
didn't
in.
see, they weren't let in. So it's
But you know one thing, Atmos,
yeah.
is that I remember when we were reading, I don't know if it was with you or with Diva,
Mm-hmm.
but we were reading that he wasn't even taking his medications how he was supposed to, because the doctor kept trying to make him take a daily pill,
Mm.
and he wasn't even doing that. So it wasn't about just taking it. It was like you needed to take it every day.
Exactly. Every day for the rest of your life. The proper
And he wasn't
dosages.
trying to do that.
Hey, Miss y'all, Kelly
Yeah.
Rogers in the building. How you doing, Miss Rogers? How you doing, Miss Rogers? Welcome. Yeah, man. Listen, this is what comes down to. And then this attorney is trying to say, well, he didn't intend to give her herpes. Well, he didn't need. The judge said that the government does not need to prove that he intended to do anything. The fact that he exposed her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crime by itself. That is what needs to be proved. Right.
He wouldn't have to worry about any of that if he just told them, because then he wouldn't have to worry about it. He told them already.
You're absolutely right. Who going crazy in the chat? Okay, y'all know how to handle y'all business. I ain't worried about that. So listen, man, I appreciate you, Noonie, for jumping on, man. Like I said, for people to say that we don't read the transcripts and we don't know what we're talking about, and we were bamboozled and used because of let me clarify this when I said that we were used. When I say we were used, and I'm just going to talk about the fact that there were things that were done that we did not know about behind the scenes. There was things that was done that Larry didn't know about behind the scenes. A lot of this stuff was new to him too. We didn't know everything that they was doing behind the scenes, right? Or these text messages. We didn't know these things until they were brought out. They weren't allowed in evidence, right? So the point is, we can't be held accountable for knowing something that we didn't know either.
Yeah, we could only know what we're reading and what were the evidence that they're bringing in.
Exactly. But listen, man, I appreciate you, Noonie, for coming on. Thank you for always being an amazing reader and helping me to get through everything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay. All right, if anybody else wants to hop on to offer your opinion, or maybe you're not a supporter. Maybe you're a supporter of his and you want to come on and speak your mind, Hit the link. It's in the chat. I'm willing to talk to you. Okay? My main point is this. You had very specific. All right. One moment, y'all. Yo.
Yo.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man. Why you ain't reading them damn transcripts, man?
Hold up, man. Hold up. I'm sorry I don't read transcripts, man. You gotta forgive me, Keller.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, I know, man. I've never read transcripts before, man. I just listen to what people tell me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me read some of these comments in here. Let me see. Jamisha Taylor says, Atmos love, could it be that everyone is jumping the gun? What if R. Kelly has something to do with those texts, just like the letters? He had them write. Jamisha, guess what? The government's going to have an opportunity to tell us that he has something to do with those texts. And when it comes out, then we're going to read the government's response the same way we read Bonjean. So, like I said, we're not against, righting our wrongs. Or all we're doing is talking about what we see and what we've read. Now, I need people to understand something. Understand this. For the people that say that those text messages are not real, I need you to understand that those are the text messages that the government gave over to Bonjean.
Right.
They are the government's information, their discovery that they had to give over. Anything that they felt like would help be against their case so that could set R. Kelly free, they had to give that to the defense by law. So that information that we read about, that wasn't something that was just given out here. No, they didn't want to. You think they really wanted to give that information out? Really? Those are government. That's government evidence they had to give over to Bonjean. So please stop saying that the texts were made up and all this kind of stuff. Like, come on. Let me see what some else y'all saying. Atmos love. Okay, y'all already read that one. Let me see. Diva said in the house. Hold on. Let me read. I'm trying to read some of y'all comments. Please don't ask her to hit the link. She would shut YouTube down with all that ugliness. Okay. All right. Who is this? Let's see. Diva the Divine Light. Hold on one moment. Hold on. Let me get you good. Hold on. Diva. Diva, can you hear me? Diva, I can't hear you.
I gotta go out and come back in.
You might have to go out and come back in.
Mute.
Are you? Hold on. You muted. You muted yourself. Unmute yourself. Oh, you want to go out and come back in, and we'll try it again.
Okay, you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah, now we hear you. What's up, Diva?
Hey, what's up, baby? I'm sorry about that. It's that I had my Bluetooth connected and I had to switch.
You good? You good?
Well, it's funny how we don't read the transcripts, right? But yet we do it all the time. We go back and forth. We know what we're talking about. As you said, a lot of those text messages that were just put out was because they had it submitted in evidence, but it didn't come out in trial.
Period.
So, therefore, everything that everybody else is learning, we are learning too. This is something new to us.
Right.
We only knew what we knew, which is what Larry spoke about, because Larry's the one who was behind the scenes with the parents.
Thank you.
He was being fed information.
Thank you.
So he was lied to as well.
Yep.
Let's get that shit straight. We all got stabbed in our backs. Period. And yes, we are upset with the parents. We didn't know all of this. We were bamboozled.
Not by all the parents.
But that does not mean that art.
Yeah, not by all the parents.
No.
The Rogers
we're talking about this particular one.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking about this particular people that,
Yeah.
just came out with all the information about.
Right.
Right. So we were bamboozled by them. we were following him. Yes, because he was the strongest person in the R. Kelly scene. So he was our first-hand information. You understand? We had Mama Rogers. We had Miss Kramer talking to us behind the scenes at one point as well. Like we were reaching out to these parents. We did have communication with the Savages as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's because we were there for their daughters, not them.
Right.
Their daughters. That's our point. We're there for the daughters. Yes, we're in support of the parents. We stand by their side, but we are more in support for the daughters. You understand? The victims are the ones we are there for.
Period.
But I'm sorry that we found out about the Clarys being sneaky on the low and trying to do, they were trying to groom their daughter to prepare for music and to do music with him, but also preparing him to have sex with him too.
To be a wife.
Right. Like,
have his baby.
What the hell? What? That shit is stupid.
Yeah. And here's the thing I need people to understand. Because someone was like, well, you should have waited until the government responded before you said anything about the text. First of all, there shouldn't have even been anything for the government to have to hand over that made the parents even look suspicious in this whole case. There shouldn't have been anything, no evidence of anything that even gave us anything to see that we was like, what the hell is this? What?
Right.
There shouldn't have been nothing.
Right.
There should have been nothing even available for us to read that said something about a parent trying to push their daughter off or telling their daughter to sit on his lap. You gonna come in the room and he gonna be butt ball naked playing his music. Ha ha ha. What? There shouldn't even been no evidence out there like that.
Well, I can't. I disagree with that because it was evidence out
Keller.
there. Hey, David. It was evidence out there to make them look messed up when it came to the letters.
That's all it was the letters.
And at first glance, it appeared that it was all bad until we got more information, and we was like, oh, okay, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, here was the problem. The problem is with the letters, it was so much more easier to believe
not at
that
the beginning.
R. Kelly.
Not in the beginning, though. In the beginning, it was like, oh, these the worst parents in the world. I can't believe this. In the beginning.
What are you talking about?
Like when it first came out, when Slide.
I don't know, bro. You got me confused.
Okay, so remember when the first
when it was first being read.
When we didn't read.
Oh, the first start reading the letters.
When we didn't get the transcripts, it wasn't until we got the transcripts. Remember that?
Okay.
When we got the transcripts, we were like,
because we were just hearing. We were.
When we first heard it, we were like, "Oh hell no!"
I got you. When we were first reading the letters, and then the letter, we found out that it was R. Kelly. Okay, I got you.
Exactly.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying. These text messages just hit a little bit different,
right?
Because you had to have the defense. Although I think, and I don't know if the government would have been, would have been able to insert those texts if they would. I don't know. That's not for me to know. But
I was just saying that even the letters came from the prosecutors too. There's their evidence. So I'm just saying.
Right, of course. I got you. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is that the thing that made it suspicious is that it was multiple letters from different girls with different so you saw the pattern of the letters.
Right, I understand that.
So but you don't see a pattern, but you don't see a pattern of text messages. From that's where I'm coming from. There's no pattern.
I just had that same conversation.
Yeah, there's no pattern of multiple parents sending text messages. Then you could say, damn, R. Kelly probably did that too. Right. But these text messages, that's an isolated incident by one parent. That's where the outrage is from me. What's up, Diva? Diva, you back? Let me read some of these messages. Take R. Kelly and give us Tupac back said, personally, I think Angelo sent them because he's a misogynistic douchebag who still doesn't change the fact that Cheryl and Rob knew she was 17 when they flew her to Cali. Okay. Let me see. Atmos, you be skipping pages and stuff. They playing any meeny mighty mo, skip a charge and let them go. You silly. You silly T-Van one. Yeah, those texts were subpoenaed. Karen Johnson said, "You're one of the main channels that read the transcript." Thank you, Karen Johnson. Thank you. Take said that Gumby ads looking no neck. Ooh, wow. Okay, all right. Tell us how you really feel. Jamisha Taylor said, James Harris, do you know what she said about Larry's 4-year-old daughter? She talked about, yeah, that was crazy. That was insane. Let me see, y'all. If anybody got any questions, I'm not, okay. No, that's not Pieces of the Puzzle. Right. That's not Hollywood. Let me see. They also, I'm trying to read other people's stuff. They also project that when they say we don't read the transcripts, that's them. And the ones who do don't fucking understand what they reading, projecting. Take me going off. What's up, Ruby? What's going on? Purple, what's going on? So yeah, y'all. So let me see. Never trusted Angelo. Okay. So Keller, what you think about what do you think about what we read today? What do you think about what we read?
I think she got to do what she got to do. Now that I look at it, it's a couple things that kind of stood out.
Mm-hmm.
One, I think she needed more time because there was some things I was like, okay, and I don't think you touched on it when they said it wasn't a connection with the travel.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent him a text message saying, "Send me out to California." No, she said R. Kelly said
that I
me
could, yeah, and the mama
right,
said
and Bonjean said it
when.
wasn't a connection for the travel and the
Oh, I thought we did read that.
we
didn't read that when
no.
Cheryl Mack sent her.
Right, and she was saying there's no R. Kelly didn't intend to bring her out there, but you got a text message saying R. Kelly said arrange me a flight to California or whatever.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, okay, did you even read the transcripts, or
It's
did you just talk to Greenberg and you just looked at his side notes?
There's a lot of stuff that we have read through this that we like. Hold on, that's right here.
Wait a minute. I gotta give a shout out to Mrs. Keller in the building.
Miss Keller in the building. Oh boy,
Mrs. Keller.
You silly. Tammy Guest Beckham said, "The victims are the only ones that need our support. All the parents let their minor daughters go meet this adult man." Well, there you go. Let me see. Too many people conflated. I think conflated supporting victims with support. Oh, conflicted. I think that's what she's trying to say. Supporting victims with supporting their parents. Most of them who pimped out their kids for the bag and come up. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Okay. All right. Grace said, "Don't come at my Atmos love chats, family. Keep it cute. We hear your opinion, but keep it cute, please. We stick together and pray together." Indeed, yes, we do. Blade is in the building. What up, Blade? How are you? Is Diva still on here? No, she gone. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. Tammy Beckham said, "What are the chances of the government actually going after the parents that actually push their daughters into the relationship with R. Kelly?" You gotta. What you think about that, Keller?
Man, I was hoping that they do because like for example, you got um, the Landfares.
Mm-hmm.
You got who's the other one? Leah Mother.
Yeah, Miss Hope. She
Um,
definitely.
and I'm like, you know, I, are they getting a deal or something? I mean, I know the Landfares is working with them. I don't know about Leah Mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, are they getting a deal in exchange and not going to jail?
Do you think with Aaliyah being in heaven right now that her not being here is it's kind of a she's not here to defend herself type thing?
No, because the evidence is here,
Right.
alive and kicking.
Alive and kicking. Okay. Um.
It's just like if someone wants to go to jail for murder,
Mm-hmm.
and you say, oh, well, they're not here to defend themselves. No, they still gonna go to court with the evidence.
That's true. Good point. Let me see here. Let me see. Bottom line is they are trying to take as out of thinking. Take as out thinking if they debunk her, RSK will be freed. That's not gonna happen. Hey, Jazzy Cuteness, I'm here for the facts. Yes, you are. There is no comparisons. Oh, okay. Blade, tell us how you really feel. All right. What's up, Tears? Pieces of the puzzle is Hollywood next. Pieces of the puzzle. Let me see. Grace said, yes, sometimes I don't be wanting to jump to conclusions until one of y'all speak on to it, but I thought it was a watermelon head. Pieces of the puzzle. So let me see here. Child endangerment, if nothing else. I'm trying to
So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
When it comes to maybe the Landfair, but probably all the parents. You know, just like the government have to go through all these elements
Mhm.
to convict. If they try to do that with the parents, are there elements to convict them?
Mm.
Now, the things that they did is frowned upon,
Mhm.
but is it illegal?
Mm.
I think where it come illegal is, if got some money in exchange or something, they sold the door off, some sex trafficking type stuff. I think it would be elements there.
Mm. So
Um,
what elements need to be present in order to convict
as
the
far as
bring
for the Clarys, what I see with the Clarys, I see some advising their daughter to be extremely flirtatious with a grown man. That's fucked up. Is it illegal though?
Hell yeah, it's illegal. And I mean,
No,
bro, they didn't have consent to tell her to go sit
no,
on
no.
this man's lap and
So if it's illegal, then it should be some type of statute that apply to that.
and that's just like sex trafficking, ain't it?
What is sex at though? Where's the sex?
What do you mean? Where's the sex? Are you trying to
Did she
say that
tell
the
them
parent,
to have sex with them? Did she tell them to have sex with them?
bro? If a parent tells somebody you gonna have his kids, what other way can you insinuate that your daughter or your child gonna be in a situation that's sexual and saying he gonna be butt naked in a room playing his music? What
Right,
the hell?
right,
What else can you say? What are
right.
you
But
talking about?
when you look at everything, she also said, "I'm not here for that." Right.
But no, that was
Well,
after. No, that was after that. What?
after the text message, right? After the text message. So after the text message with the
No, no,
that
no,
the
no, 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 bro. You hold up, bro. Listen, those text messages. When she said I'm not here for that, that was what she said when she was in the room with him.
right,
Her first
right.
encounter, the audition. Those text messages from
Oh, I thought the
Alice
text
came
message
after
from
that.
Alice was for getting her ready for the audition, like what songs to choose.
She was that before that. She was talking
Did she
about
say like pick this song and that song and shimmy for the audition and look at his eyes.
But that
That
had
wasn't for the
nothing.
audition.
Okay, yeah, that was telling her make sure you perform.
Right.
That ain't
wasn't
had
for the
nothing to
audition.
do, huh?
That wasn't for the audition. I have to
That
look
was
at those dates.
that part was for the audition. She was telling her, don't be like no little thought, don't be dressing too grown and all that kind of stuff. But as far as the text about, he gonna be butt naked in the room with you, that was when they was, further into their situation. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, but hold on. Kels Tier said Bonjean will have to prove extortion.
Right.
There was none unless it's more text.
So that's what I'm saying. It had to be a crime, elements of a crime. And I really don't see that. I just see fucked up advice.
Oh shoot, Jamisha Taylor, look what she said, bro.
I can't see it.
You can't see the screen?
I just see black. What she said?
I ain't even gonna repeat it. It's disrespectful. Jamisha, be nice.
What did she say?
Bro, ain't no way you can see this for yourself.
Not over here. If I was in StreamYard, it's just a black.
You want me to read it to you?
Yeah.
It's not about you, bro. It's about your wife. You still want to read it?
Yeah.
Jamisha Taylor. Hold on. Who is this?
Is that the one that I think she said something before?
Hold on. What's up, Tanya?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
I just had a quick thing to say. I was just wondering. Well, first of all, I don't understand why. I mean, it's awful if those texts are real, but what does it have to do with him being not guilty? Like, he's still guilty. And I'm sorry.
One moment, Tears. Hold on, one moment. Let me let Tears on. Hold on. What's up, Tears? Hold on. Oh, she in the green room. Let me add her on. Hold on, Tears. One moment. Let me go solo so you can. Okay. What's up, Tears?
Hey.
All right, go ahead.
So
Tanya.
I just want to say something. As far as her mama not actually saying have sex with him, she was preparing her daughter to have sex with a grown man. She's telling him to flirt. She's telling a 17-year-old to flirt with a 48-year-old. She's not preparing her daughter what to do when he reacts to her flirting. Then what? What is she supposed to do when he reacts?
That's enticement to me.
That's definitely enticement.
Period. And it's coercion because
if that's enticement.
You telling her to give a grown man a massage before he goes to sleep, or somebody else will do it.
Right.
So if you're saying that's enticement, then that charge gotta come off. That's Bonjean's argument. She's saying that R. Kelly didn't entice, the parents did. So if you saying that's enticement, coercion, and enticement, then that charge got to go off when you go to the retrial.
Well, it does, because when you look at behind the scenes on what her mama was talking about, they was prepared for this.
Right. Yeah, listen.
Well, hey, free R. Kelly. With that,
I had one other thing.
That's not gonna free R. Kelly though. That is not gonna free R. Kelly.
But no, if you say, that's Bonjean's argument, and you just validated it.
Right, that's her argument, but that's not gonna free R. Kelly.
But you just validated her argument.
Who else is that talking?
Oh, that was Tanya. I think Tanya was speaking then, and I let you in. You want to let her speak right quick, Tanya?
I just have one quick comment to, like you just said, Atmos, the conversations when Alice started getting really nasty were when she was already in the relationship with R. Kelly, right? Because she was telling her, don't be grown and all that beforehand, take the lipstick off. But after she started getting really fresh, could it be that, was that Alice's way? Because I know in certain circumstances, if I'm trying to stay close with somebody and be on their good side, I might talk a different kind of way. Could that have been Alice's way of staying connected with Az? If she talked bad about R. Kelly, Az might not have staying
Yeah,
in contact with her.
you are not supposed to be your child's friend, okay?
I understand, but while she was away, and they were trying, you know,
No, I just think it's just bad parenting.
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying it could it
No,
be
Okay,
that
I'm
is
bad?
it
not
bad
saying that you
parenting
are.
or is it coercion and enticement?
Both.
Both.
Shit. What kind of
Both.
parent?
It's
What
both.
kind of parent would train their daughter that way?
No, it's completely understandable that it's wrong. I'm not trying to say it's right in any way, shape, or form. I'm
Right.
just trying to say,
So are you trying to say something like kind of like when people were saying when Sonya, although it's proven that they didn't believe her, that when she woke up from being drugged, she's like, "Hey, how are you?" Like trying to fake it to try to get out of there and go into
right, to be
survival
on the
mode.
good side, right?
Yeah, that's. I
Or
don't know.
because if your daughter, if you haven't talked to your daughter in like 2 years, I would do anything to try and just get someone to talk to me.
But they was in communication
But
during
this
that
is
time.
before.
See,
This
that's
is
the
before they.
thing.
This
But
is
was it
before.
because she was trying to be her friend instead of her parent? Not that that's right, but could that have been? And now they're taking the text that she was just trying to, not that she meant them, and not that she was like, oh, I want him to have my grandbabies or whatever, but just so that
That's
Az would talk to
bad
her.
parenting. Bad
It's definitely
parenting.
bad parenting. I'm not saying that it's good
It
parenting.
ain't no way to slice it. It ain't no way to try to say the text messages was taken out of context. It is what it is and what we see. That's what it is. It ain't she's trying to be her friend. That's bad parenting.
Mm.
I
Where's the
agree.
boundaries at?
And here's what. And
Where's the boundaries at?
And here's a question too. I would say. Here's something else I would say. If Ann Donnelly would have been okay with those texts going in, I think the only way the government would have let them in is if maybe they had some evidence that that she was saying those things to try to keep communication or trying to manipulate her daughter into
True.
thinking, you know what, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to have some type of communication. So even if I gotta say some crazy stuff to get you to talk to me, I'm gonna say it even if I don't mean it. So
well, and that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, if maybe you did that for that, but that's where Alice should be coming out on the record and saying, like, look,
It definitely
yeah,
got
I
some
screwed up. I did the
explaining
wrong
to do.
thing. I'm owning it, but he still screwed my daughter when she was a baby. Like, if she would own it, I would think that's the only way that it would.
but
That won't
help the
ever happen.
situation.
Yeah, I
for the
also
government.
think though at the end of the day, when you look at it, if you just write it down on a piece of paper, it's bad parenting at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
It's
there's no doubt.
There's no excuse for it because no mother naturally that cares, that doesn't have an ulterior motive, give their daughter, the one they raised, who they're influential over, information like that and kind of aid and abet them into doing something that's going to not only make this man think that it's okay for him to do, and you never know if Azriel was showing R. Kelly those messages. Oh, my mama said that you gonna be in here butt naked, and they sitting there laughing. He might be thinking like, oh shit, the parents cool with it. They already know it's go time. So that's something we don't know either.
Too.
We don't know if she was showing him no messages, and maybe that was why. He was like, oh, so they saying look, my mom said that I'm gonna have R. Kelly babies, ha ha ha. Oh, look, my mama said that she gonna have a son-in-law older than her. We don't know.
It's so many.
But we don't know.
So many
If we don't know,
questions.
then I don't think we should speak as if we do know.
But I
Bro.
really,
I'll speak on what I've seen.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, from what I've seen, and I'm gonna continue to speak on it. Okay, because that whole hotel situation never made any sense to me. And then when you look at these text message, you see that the mom set it up.
yeah.
Now it all makes sense to me. It all makes sense to me why the stories done changed. It all makes sense to me how you can go on an interview and tell two different scenarios on what happened that day. You left that hotel to never laid eyes on your daughter. on Choke No Jokes interview, you slipped and said your daughter was 18 at the hotel. She wasn't even 18, you idiot.
Right, true. You know, and now that you say that, it's like, if that was my daughter and I showed up at the hotel, or I had cops go to the hotel, I would have first of all showed up at the hotel myself and dragged her out by her hair. But I mean, yeah, that it should have been squashed right then and there. She should have never seen R. Kelly another day in her life after that day. If that was good parents, you know.
That's just insane. Like, I don't see how them cops saw her ID and let her stay in that room when the parents, if the parents said our minor daughter's upstairs with a grown man. I don't see how they should have told her, you know what, you coming with us, talk to your parents, and we're going to let them work it out because they're your legal guardians. He's Correct. Not your legal guardian. We're going to let them determine if you're going to come back up here and finish your audition or whatever the hell y'all doing up here. Do you drag her little young ass downstairs to talk to her parents, and then they go from there? They would have been doing their job doing that. But you to just walk away and say, oh, well, she said she 18. So that's just unbelievable to me.
Hey, is it me? Am I the only one that see a black screen?
No, I see a black screen too.
Okay, I thought it was just me. I'm so used to StreamYard.
I wonder why y'all can't see. Why y'all?
It's just
Tias,
black.
can you see me?
I see you. I see you.
It's just black. Yeah.
But it's just black with you in the corner.
Hold one moment, y'all. Let me add Tune in. Tune!
What up?
What up with it?
Ain't nothing, man. First, didn't they first say they didn't know she went to the hotel?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, well, how the hell they know where
so many times?
Bro, that's what I kept trying to say. How the hell did they know which hotel that she was at? Like, I'm sure there's more than one damn hotel. Go ahead.
They tried to play the whole world.
Is there anywhere in the paperwork where it says that Bonjean wrote that, or text saying that they told Ass to say she was 18?
I didn't see anything like that.
They asked her on the stand.
She said no.
She said no.
But that's what everybody been saying. Y'all told her to say y'all was 18. I'm just saying, was there any evidence of them telling her that?
I didn't see it myself. Not unless I missed
it.
There
ain't no evidence. They can't use that, man.
Right. Yeah, and then I heard one story where one of the parents said, I found out where she was at from. The words were, I got connections in the industry, and I called a couple of friends, and they told me where she was at. How the hell your friends?
Yes. That was one of the stories that he told on Choke No Joke after he done told another story before that. Like, he lied so much, it's ridiculous.
He lied so damn. That's why don't nobody respect what the hell he say. Like, there's no credibility. That word credibility is huge. It's huge.
It really is.
Black Girl Beauty said Keller is definitely not a flip-flopper. He's loyal to his stance to a fault. Yeah.
Like someone flip-flopper? Damn.
They saying you flip-floppers. They saying that you. They saying that you.
I'm just me personally. I'm gonna wait to get more information before I give my. I'm gonna stay reserved until I get more information.
So let me ask you a question, Keller.
That's just me.
Okay, so listen.
Stay reserved from what?
Yeah, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
I'm talking about the government response. I want to see what they.
What would a government response? What the hell can the government say?
But like Angie said, the government might not even address the text messages.
If they don't, they don't. But
hold up, my question to you.
I think they're gonna have to address everything.
But what does the government have to say to you in order for you to feel like them sending them text messages about their daughter along with this man after he's already with him? What can they say to you or not say that's gonna make you say that's fucked up, that's wrong?
Well, if I see more text messages and more be able to put it more in context, then I'll be able to say, okay, that's fucked up.
So right now you feel like it's okay?
No, Right now, I at first glance, I see it's fucked up. At first glance, I'm
He
not saying
trying to
that's
hold off
okay,
on saying the
but
parents is
at the
wrong.
same
Is that
time,
what you trying to do?
at the same
Yeah,
time, at the
yeah.
same time, I want to see more information before I, really go and give my opinion about it.
If the messages would
Yeah.
have came, okay,
I don't need no more information.
Right. That's
Shit.
no. I'm just saying me. I'm not planning nobody else. I get it.
Like I said,
But
if the
this
messages
just
came
for
out
me.
to be fake, I apologize and
Right.
get
Some people
take
apologize
the pie
later.
to the fake.
Right. Some people, will apologize later if they wrong. Me personally, I would just hold off and wait.
so
But
here's
that's
my
just
question:
me. Don't apply that to y'all.
But
here's my question though: why are they the
They
only
will.
parents that have text messages out there that are out there like that? Why are they the only ones? You don't see no
Listen,
foul
y'all.
play in that?
There's no way R. Kelly could have made them text messages. Those are
No, I'm
messages
not saying he
that
made
led up
those.
to the meeting at the hotel.
Yeah,
R.
there's no
Kelly
way he
didn't do
made
that.
those. I agree with that
this
because
came and this came from the
they
federal
got the time
and
stuff
this
on
came
there.
from the federal government. They do diligence.
Hell yeah,
Right,
they
they
do
got
their
time
due
stuff on there.
diligence.
So yeah, there's no way.
What's up,
So
Blake?
What's up? Quick question.
Okay.
Exactly,
Did he
Indigo.
ask her for her age before she entered that hotel room, or did he ask for her age after he done already slept with
she
her when
lied
the
about her
cops
age.
knocked on the door?
She lied about her age.
No. Listen to my question. Did he ask her before he slept with her, or after the cops knocked on the door, which is after he slept with her?
No, they say he
Well,
asked
No, he
first.
slept
he just
together. They
licked her
slept.
butt or something. They didn't have sex in that room that day. He just licked her butt.
But I think
Because the
he
first
had sex too.
interview, yeah,
Oh, they did.
the first interview, it was said that they did have intercourse, but it was from the back.
Well,
That's how she paid him.
I think
That
they
was
had
oral.
sex
It
too. It
was
wasn't
oral
until
sex.
she came clean before she went to school when he knew her real age. But I think they had already had sex, prior to that.
Exactly. So I'm asking that even if she lied, he already slept with her before even asking for her age.
Blade, he supposed to have asked for her
No?
age, and then when the police came, he said, "You sure you 18? Don't lie to me."
Yes, Tune
That's
is right. Tune is right.
Right.
okay. Just asking. Wanted to make sure. All right.
But
Okay.
for that
Thanks,
one
Blake.
charge, it didn't even matter about her age. I think the coercion and enticement. She got two of them: one coercion and enticement, one coercion and enticement as a minor. So without the minor, it don't even matter if she's 100 years old. It's still a charge. It was more so that charge was more. You're not gonna. I need to bust a nut before you audition. So
All right, I want to
Yeah,
play something.
so you had to relieve
I want to
yourself.
play something real
right.
quick while we got y'all on here. Hold one moment. Let me play this. Hold on. Let me share this. Oh shoot! Hold on.
Parking spaces.
Here we go.
And we charged him criminally at that time. However, the case did not survive the court system, and he was ultimately transferred to Chicago on those charges. So he went up there, and that's the last we've heard of him. But if he comes back here and violates the law, we still got his bed at the county jail. He can have it again.
Have you read the article or heard the allegations? It's pretty bizarre.
No, I haven't. I don't get involved in reading, that, news of, actors and rap artists and that sort of thing. People who act like somebody else. I don't have time for that.
Allegedly, there's a Polk County woman whose family is here, and she's, according to the parents, she's being held captive in this cult-like house. What would it take from them to get you guys to look into that?
Well, certainly we investigate every allegation of criminal wrongdoing in this county. If they're not in this county, we'll then refer them to the appropriate investigative source wherever they think she is. Now, of course, there's been some allegations about past criminal charges, and of course, we can't talk about those victims of crime because sexual battery victims are with good reason exempt from public record. However, if the parents come forward and they allege there's a violation in this county, we'll certainly investigate it. If we find there's probable cause, we'll be more than happy to arrest R. Kelly or anyone else who's violating the law. At this time, we've not heard from the parents. We don't see or hear or understand of any allegations of wrongdoing that's occurred in this county by R. Kelly or by anyone else that he's associated with.
Obviously, you know about his past because he was arrested here in Polk County.
Yes.
Would he, does he fit the bill of predatory behavior?
Do you know any time that you hang out with children and engage in inappropriate conduct, we look at that as potential predatory behavior. Anyone who wants to be with someone under the age of 18, and certainly they're as old as he is, and I understand he's someplace in his 40s, that's an issue. But once again, we have to have a victim, or we have to have a parent who says their child's a victim. And if we don't have jurisdiction, we will find the appropriate investigators to investigate. No one's above the law, and we have room in the county jail if he or anyone else has violated the law.
The parents claimed, I guess, that they met when she was 17. She moved with them when he was 18. I mean, is there anything they could have done or could do?
At this point in time, if that's the allegation, no. There's no law against him talking to or being friends with a 17-year-old. If she was wise enough or he was wise enough not to allow her to move in until she was 18 and there was no inappropriate conduct prior to that, then he wised up from apparently other allegations against him. And at that point in time, if she's 18 or older and there because she wants to be, that's her business.
So the fact that they haven't heard from her, I guess apparently they say they haven't heard from her in a year. Could they file a missing person report? Or?
That's significant if they haven't heard from their daughter in a year and they otherwise have heard from her. You know, my experience is there's always more to the story than meets the eye. And when you hear one set of stories, i.e. from parents, you don't have the whole thing. Maybe there's more to it than we know. Certainly we would check into it. If she's missing from this jurisdiction, we'll take the report. If she's missing from another jurisdiction and the parents are from here and meet with us, we'll make sure that the agency will take the report from whence she was last seen. But once again, she may not be getting along with her parents. She may be there voluntarily and she may not want anything to do with them. We see that over and over. So if R. Kelly started dating her after she was 18, that's not against the law. If she doesn't want to communicate with her parents, that's not against the law. But it certainly would calm down the media for her just to say, hey, Mom, I'm okay, and don't worry about it. Or she could say, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, I'm okay, and I don't like you, don't bother me. That would help a lot.
I got to go back a little bit. I want to see this part again.
So is that what asked?
Yeah.
Or by anyone else that he's associated with.
Obviously, you know about his past because he was arrested here in Polk County.
Yes.
Would he, does he fit the bill of predatory behavior?
Do you know any time that you hang out with children and engage in inappropriate conduct, we look at that as potential predatory behavior. Anyone who wants to be with someone under the age of 18, and certainly they're as old as he is, and I understand he's someplace in his 40s, that's an issue. But once again, we have to have a victim, or we have to have a parent who says their child's a victim. And if we don't have jurisdiction, we will find the appropriate...
So you mean to tell me that...
What year was that?
This video came out 4 years ago.
Okay, so that's when it first started.
It says, hold on, this one, here's another one that says, Sheriff Polk discusses 2003. We ain't going to go about that far, but there was another arrest they had of R. Kelly. Well, let's just talk about this right here from Ford. This was talking about the Azriel situation. Like, are you serious that they didn't, like... So, obviously, they're trying to say that number one, they went up there, checked her ID, and either believed her or, like Tier said, you don't know. There's a lot of gray area there. There's a lot of gray area.
I will say this. So I know with this particular situation. Okay, so let's say they overturn this charge for so I know it will be a count will go away, and one of the predicate acts will go away. I know with the predicate acts you need a minimum of 2, so you may still be good with that, but also that her predicate acts is kind of tied with her counts too. So one count will go away, one predicate act will go away. If that happened because of something that they did fucked up, I'm going motherfucking ape shit. I'm going ape shit.
That's why you calm now, because you like that can't be real.
Even though it's not going to be enough to, even though just those 2 won't be enough to let them go free, it's just the principle. But at the same time, I'm going to reserve until I see the government. But I'm just saying, if it resulted in that, I'm going ape shit.
It seems like her appeal is mainly just getting out Alice's dirty laundry. What does that have to do with R. Kelly? At the end of the day, he's still filled with many, many minors, including
I thank God that the judge is not going to be, when she look at this, have to make her decision. I thank God that she's not going to be like all of us, because she probably let him go. She's seen this already. Actually,
I was about to say she's seen it already, so it's not going to be really nothing new to her.
She's seen everything already, but I thank God that she not going to be how everybody is acting right now, and it's overlooking. Like I feel like the text messages is taken away from the real issue. People looking at and it's fucked up. People looking at how fucked up it is and not looking at the legal aspect of it. The morally, they looking at the moral override the legal.
I think what we're
I'm looking at the legal aspect of it, because they can cause a foul to be a charge to be dropped.
Yeah,
doing that stupid ass dumb shit.
Let me tell y'all something. Technicalities are very freaking real. That is what they are looking for. That's what they've been searching for. They know they can't beat this case based on the evidence. They already know. But they're looking for technicalities. And this could, if this lady Bonjean, man, listen, do I think he's going to walk free based on what the evidence and what I've read? No. But do I think that she can pitch one hell of a pitch? Hell yeah, I do. That's just my opinion.
Right.
But this technicality shit is real. It's real. And people want to, I know y'all hate R. Kelly so much, and that you want to see him locked up no matter what. I heard somebody tell me, even if he was set up, so what? He fell for the bait. What?
Well, set up, here's the thing. Set up mean you did it. If you say set up, he had to say
that you can't set up an innocent person.
You can't set me up with goddamn a minor. So yeah, I agree with him. If you go for the setup, you did the shit.
But what I'm saying is, shouldn't nobody even be what do they say?
Nobody can't even attempt to set me up with a goddamn minor. I don't care how hard they try. That's what you gotta look at.
I'm just looking at.
Let's say
if you innocent, nobody can set you up.
But if he didn't know her age, I'm talking about before she told him her real age, and this was before Those messages came out before he knew her real age. Then people could say that they tried to set him up.
Listen, let me put this in perspective. He just dodged a bullet dealing with minors in the 08 trial,
Right.
where he was on tape. After that, I'm gonna need your goddamn W-2s, 1099, a P sample,
of course,
a goddamn urine sample,
Exactly.
2 references, all that shit.
Just B said, I can't imagine how awkward that meeting was with the land fairs and the government. Imagine how they felt having to watch those videos.
They said they cried.
Right.
Mr. Van Allen said the father was watching it and said, "That's not my daughter," crying at the same time.
Tanya said, if the parents did anything wrong, that's a separate issue. Let me see. Miss Frugal said, Tanya, I think the purpose is to sway public opinion about RSK. She has high hopes for a retrial. Rockin says, okay, I'm off the clock. Drink in hand and ready to cut somebody if needed. Tears, I guess this was your old message. A parent tells her daughter to massage a grown man back. Shawty said, Shawty baby, hey, Shaw baby. She said, I think that Larry was on to Angelo, and that's why he got so pissed at him at the very end. What's that sound? Is that you, Tears? You got some noise in the background?
Here's why I don't understand. I know Angelo don't have to do this shit. He was very vocal right after the trial. Extremely vocal. Now I don't see him like very vocal explaining this situation. Not saying that he have to. I would like an explanation. He don't owe me one. He don't owe anybody one. I know, he's dealing with a death in his family. But I look at this like, man, some explaining to do.
Right. But he did attack the lawyer with his intimidation tactic.
I would say him. I would say the spouse. Here's another thing. Did he know the spouse did this? And you know what's crazy?
Yes, he probably was sending the messages with her.
You know what's crazy though? So these messages came from the mom, right? Allegedly came from the mom, right? However, people coming to Angelo like he did it. I think
because he claims to be the man of the house. My wife ain't gonna do nothing without me knowing. What you think my wife gonna do that? And blue. He done said it many a times. So yes, he knew what his wife was doing. That's why he was so comfortable offering the fucking dildo deal.
Right, but she's not getting I'm not seeing her like I'm not really seeing nobody go in on her.
Shit.
As hard as him.
What?
I'm not. Yeah, it's always him.
Bro, hold up. When I did that live, I ain't hardly say shit about him because he starts sending them jacked up threats and messages about your mama and your kids and all that kind of stuff. Before then, I didn't even say his damn name.
I'm saying in general, bro.
We've been talking shit about Alice. We all surprised.
I'm saying
and
in
disgusted.
general.
I got
more,
you. You
he
saying
getting the more
overall.
brunt of it.
Black Girl Beauty says she told her daughter to massage him after his show, Robert. Come on, bro. Let me see.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
Toon said, was there any evidence
I'm
of
not
them
saying
telling
that,
her?
I'm saying that's fucked up. I'm just saying.
I'm way far behind. Miss
Legal,
Angie says,
legal-wise.
Jamisha Taylor, I would curse you out, but all I can do over here is catch the Holy Ghost and time you out. Leave her alone. It's always a ghetto hoe talking about someone's cooch. Oh wow, I missed that whole thread of messages. Okay. Oh wow. Just V said, I just saw Jamisha's message. Well, guess what, Jamisha? I hit the jackpot this time.
Who was Jarisha? What's going on with Jarisha?
Fuck Jamisha, she's gone. Okay. Blade got rid of her. Whoever she was, I don't know. Atmos, why put that on there. I'm just going through and hitting the link, hitting the messages. I'm just hitting them. I'm not pre-screening them. Hey everyone, my apologies. Getting ready for work. Hey, the truth. Okay.
But yeah, you know, I think he got two strong, solid predicate acts. So with these predicate acts, they have to be 10 years apart, and we got faith that's strong with the herpes situation. Then you got ass that's strong with the herpes situation.
Take
So that
said. Oh, go ahead.
so that will keep it within 10 years. So if they do remove one, we still got count one is still there. So like I said, I don't think it's enough. Even if it's removed, it may remove the other count pertaining to ass, but count one will still be intact, and it still may give him a lot of time. But even that is just the principle, you know.
Miss Adrian says several of the Mann Act counts said, or for sexual activity that could otherwise be illegal, paraphrased, of which both the enterprise and parents are guilty.
What happened? What you say?
She said several of the Mann Act's counts said, or for sexual activity that would otherwise be illegal. She paraphrased it, of which both the enterprise and parents are guilty. Miss Frugal said, hopefully, Half Dad don't click that link.
Yeah, she said. I think she doing. She said she wasn't gonna be able to make it because she had something else. She was doing something.
Ty said, "Give it your best shot, Jamisha, so we can tell your ass up." Y'all, I'm just clicking these links. I don't know what the hell going on in the chat. I'm just like,
it's not lit.
Chat is lit as hell. We blocked her or him, Jamisha. I said, keep it cute, sis or bruh. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm trying to look for questions, y'all. I'm letting y'all shaking my head. The parents groomed her for performance and sex for Kelly. Let me ask you this, Keller, because I know you got a and that's why you my bro, and me and you, we have conversations and we debate a lot about stuff, and we respect each other after the debate because it's just sometimes
so let me. You finna ask me something fucked up. Go ahead.
No. My question is, would you, as a father, condone
Nope.
your wife sending messages like that about your 17-year-old daughter with
Nope.
a 48-year-old man?
Nope.
Would there be any excuse she could give you as to why she did?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Miss Angie said, LOL, rocking with the truth. I had to come out of the water on her. Tate said he told her he had to nut before she could perform. That's enticement and coercion. Indeed. He might get charges dropped, but not all charges. He's still guilty.
Right. So that, like I said, those are predicate acts. As far as the one with the text messages, they only need 2 predicate acts for count one to stick, and they need also a minimum of 2 of them to be 10 years apart. So I think that still is there. But like I said, it'll be even though that's still there, it's just the principle.
Rocker with the Truth said, free R. Kelly from his demons, but he will not be getting out. Sorry. Shaw Baby said, if R. Kelly gave the Angelo or Alice money for
right
ACA or anything else, he is just as guilty as they are for sex trafficking. Blade says she paid him with ass, literally the back door the first time. Alice went too far, ma'am. Alice, you went too far. Yep. Jazzy said, ain't none of them charges gonna be dropped. Oh, Jazzy said, ain't none of them charges gonna be dropped. Okay. All right. Julie Hudgens said the sex talk was beyond trying to get along with your daughter. Okay, I can agree with that.
How you feel about, I know on a couple of messages, for example, James said he's singing the whole song, singing the whole show to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mom responded, LOL, too funny. And James said, for real, FR. So I guess that's for real.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing my ass off.
Mm-hmm.
This man in love. So I guess he at the concert.
Right.
And then that's when the mom say, oh my God, you're going to marry him and have his babies. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think with this LOL and this laughing my ass off conversation and dang, that's too funny, too dang funny, do you think this is a joking but serious or just joking?
I think it's a possible, and we don't know what the psychological makeup was of Alice Clary when she was sending them messages back and forth. We don't know if this was just her way to stay in contact with her or to play around and joke. I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know her psyche. I don't know what she was thinking by sending those, but especially the part by saying you're gonna marry him and and all that kind of stuff.
What she say? Oh my God, you're gonna marry him and have his babies.
See, that's
LOL.
that part right there. Out of all, let's say all the messages that we read, you're saying, you know what?
Do LOL cancel that shit out?
Hell no, it don't cancel it.
That's my question. Like, is it a laughing but serious, or is it just?
No, you
joking?
don't say no shit like that about to your daughter. Even if you're joking, you don't say you're
And
gonna
then
have
she
his
say
babies.
too dang funny, and then Jane say laugh my ass off.
Nah, bro. Now, what do you think?
Yeah. Huh?
What do you think?
I don't think you play around like that. You don't play like that. So I'm like, okay, is she saying this jokingly? In my opinion, you don't even joke like that. That's not even nothing to joke about.
No. Let me see. All the abuse she went through was because they placed her in the hands of a sicko man. James, maybe this case will get a fire under law. James, maybe this case will get a fire under law enforcement. Maybe it will. Indico, nothing will change because people will start talking about what people did 80 years ago. Lady D said the reason why we don't have a lot of questions is because the transcripts gave us most of the answers. Indeed.
Well, shit, I got a lot of questions when it comes to this shit.
Danny said the police didn't care if she was in a room and her age. She said they cared that the parents couldn't find her and they were okay with her staying after they located her.
Man, the goddamn police officer, they trying to get a side gig.
Said R. Kelly coming home. Okay. All right. I know y'all feel that way. Okay. James Harris said he already. James Harris said he already home.
He gonna be on tour at the.
He gonna be on tour going to Chicago and Minnesota. Is that Minnesota case still going?
Man, by the time I don't even think got a rain.
Damn.
They gonna be like, man, fuck this. By the time they done with him, they were like, man.
Indigo said, yes, to Chicago to stand trial for having sex with minors. Well, these are Kelly supporters be setting themselves up. You can respond, Just V. She just can't. Just V, that watermelon head not worth your time. Tia said, you don't talk to your kids like that. That's something you say to your homegirl. Okay? People can disagree, just do not disrespect. Yeah, people can come in here and say free R. Kelly or whatever. Just don't be disrespectful. Taffy T said money was her motive. Okay, I don't disagree with that. A lawyer.
Well,
go ahead.
Never mind.
Black Girl Beauty said a lawyer can argue it was a joke based on the LOL
But
and
do
the
you
laugh
joke?
ass
Do
off.
you joke like that though? Like I'm seeing all these LOLs and too funny but I'm like in my mind like, damn, you shouldn't be joking like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I looked at it. That's why I was like, okay, are they fucking just?
What up, fat boy? What up?
Hateful, jokeful shit.
K-Love said, ain't nothing funny about encouraging your daughter to become a teen parent.
Especially that person.
Ooh.
Especially that person.
Ooh. You see what
K-Love said? You already admitted that he liked young people. That's why he married Leah.
K-Love 92 said, ain't nothing funny about encouraging your daughter to become a teen parent by a predator.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't even joke like that. Especially when you already know about his past. Because you said that's why he married Aaliyah.
Mertice Balaam says, I'm stunned that the way the Clarice portrayed their concern about their daughter, CTO, now find out they were just after the money. And Alice groomed her daughter. Pray that something, Alice.
Let me ask you this, Atmos, in the chat. Do you think when these text messages, when it was conversing, do you think that Angelo knew at the time?
Based on the way he be acting, my opinion, it don't count because I'm not him and I don't know and I wasn't there. My opinion is he didn't know that she was having these types of conversations with him. What husband would be cool with their wife doing some shit like that? I don't know. I don't think he knew about those messages until he found out afterwards, once it started coming out. And then he just freaked the hell out and just started trying to cover his tracks. That's just my opinion. I don't know though. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, if I was to see some shit like that, yeah, I would. All hell would have broke loose.
Do you think he knew?
I don't know. I don't think he knew because, for the same reason you just said.
Okay. The Diva said no. I think that was jokingly too. And if it was around then, who jokes with their 17-year-old child like that? Regardless, you don't talk to your children like that. Bro, hold one moment. I gotta take this call. Let me pause this. Hello?
Angelo calling, cussing his ass out.
No. Let me call you right back. Okay. All right.
Man, I thought that was Angelo calling you.
Man,
cussing
shit.
your ass out like.
Man, bro. Look, that's a whole nother situation right there. Let me see. James Harris said, it's obvious the parents failed her, but it still doesn't excuse Kelly sleeping with a minor. That's true. Nothing funny or joking about that. Nikki M. Hey, Nikki M. Regardless of which side you are on, if you are a parent, you should have an issue with these messages. This is my hi and bye. Gotta go. Thank you, Nikki M, for dropping your message in. Nikki M with the Dream Team. Thanks for putting that message in. Yeah, any parent should have an issue with that. Any parent should have an issue with those messages. Grace Hardline said Sue went in on Noonie when she called in, so child has a problem. Do we have a problem? In my Nikki voice. Okay. Aisha said, is R. Kelly still going to get charged for marrying Aaliyah?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Might be a statute of limitation issue.
Why these women be coming for Keller? Crazy.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy.
Blade, he sing Jailhouse Rock like Elvis Presley. Y'all silly. Miss Ortiz said, I'm stunned at the way the Clarice, but thought I already read that. Oh, she typed it over. Oh, okay. So she would clarify her words. Portrayed their concern for Az. Then to hear the mom was coaching her. Pray that someone else had that phone and typed those messages. This is awful. SK, he on a jail tour going from prison to prison, attending those other court dates.
Federal prison tour.
Billie Jean admitted with that motion that her client slept with a minor.
Billie Jean.
Atmos, who that make Az not credible? Atmos, would that make Az not credible? Man, look, Az said some.
I don't think it's more so.
I think Az gave a couple of different stories too. She said one thing and then said another one, and the question is, we got to go with what she said under oath to the government first. Before the first time when they first, Canick had a ball with her for a minute. Canick had a ball with her. Well, did you say this or did you not say this? Well, did he know? And then that part where she said that. That part where she said that R. Kelly was in the room during the Shabazz interview with her father.
That threw me off.
It threw me off too. That threw me off too. Like, oh shoot! And then he said she was lying. Like,
well, it's impossible because he was in jail.
Right. So it's stuff like that that really. That's what you can say.
Or was that mechanic doing his thing?
Well, Angelo said on Whitney D's live. Angelo said out his mouth on Whitney D's live that Az lied on the stand. What father say that about their daughter in the middle of the damn trial?
That's what I'm saying. Now he was very vocal, extremely vocal during that time. I remember that. Now, not like I said, he don't owe me no one an apology. I mean, an explanation. It's just, I'm just curious. Like this would be a good time to be just as vocal as he was back then. Or at least, you were saying she was lying. Like, is there an explanation for this? You got an explanation for that?
Right. Well, y'all, this was a great live. Thank y'all for coming over here. If you can, on your way out, tap that like button for me. I got plenty of dislikes. I know the R. Kelly people didn't like this live, but I'm sorry. It's just, listen, we're going to tell the truth regardless. Listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming over. Keller, thank you for being on the panel, sir. I appreciate you. Anything else you want to say, sir?
No.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. I will holler at y'all later on. Thank y'all for coming over for the first episode of Surviving Bonjean. I will holler at y'all later. Thank y'all for coming over. Please hit that like button on the way out. Peace out.